Evening everyone, how are we doing? Let me just get rid of this. Kicker chaser is coming on. So we've done a lot of work today, a lot of woodwork as well as other jobs. I've made a bit of a mess, but it's all worth it. And this is what we have so far. So I've got the amp stays in, measured out the sort of toolbox runners to carry the weight, and then we've got my company logo, obviously, kicker amp. This eventually will go underneath here. I've just got it propped up on a bit of wood now, but this will go underneath, and it will be in there. So what we basically end up with is obviously the kicker amp there, got the side panels in, our floating amp rack, and then this locks up there. Cool, huh? And then our crossovers, these little things which are hanging for the minute. I'm going to flip the logo. Cables are going to be tucked in. They are basically going to sit kind of out of this hole on a perspex cover. So they kind of sit like that. One at the top, one at the bottom. Should be quite nice. But other than that, all the crinkly stuff is in. My supports are in there. Get this on magnets. I'm going to kind of smooth in the sides, do something with the trim here, and then build a wall that's going to cover all the stuff under here, which you don't really need to see, but I tell you what gives me so much more boot space. And obviously because this thing looks like it's floating, because you can see under it. How cool is that? I think we may have an issue with the actuator as well. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but the speed on it, I probably should have done a bit more research into you know, what I needed to start with. But this is a 350mm throw, but it's millisecond, it's only 5 milliseconds, sorry, 5 millimeters a second. So it is really slow. Now slow is good because it's quiet, but at the same time where this sits, which will be kind of at the back under there, the pulse that it comes out at, it extends to 350 millimeters, so it does kind of that again at the top, which is okay because I've you know, the reason why I got these runners was because they extended that far to give me the reach on this linear actuator. But the problem I've got is it's too long, it's too slow from its total length, and the way it sort of fits into the back. I think I might get a different one that just gives me a bit more clearance behind the amp rack. I've done it that I've got quite a bit of space in there. Let me just grab a torch. Where's my torch? There it is. Oh, it's tomorrow's job. So we've got quite a lot of space, look out the back of there, for stuff. So I can hide the actuator end. This locks in as well, which is quite nice. So yeah, so I can hide the actuator ends, and the protrusion is fine. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not sold on this one. I think I could do a shorter throw with a smaller actuator, and maybe a little bit quicker, not by a lot, but just a little bit, because it is Jesus Christ. I don't answer the phone because I'm doing something. Doesn't mean you need to keep ringing me. I will get to you when I can. Come on, leave me a message. Where was I going? Yeah, so a smidge faster, less of a body, not as long, and we can still do the same throw, that it will come out enough, because it really only needs to come to about there, the 5mm extra. So we could do I think we could do a 300mm throw on the actuator, and it would still give me enough to see, you know, the amp and the beauty panel and whatnot, and retract out the way. But it might be a bit better, I think, than that kind of monster, because it is just, yeah, it's wee too slow. Lotus is nice and wet. Call that polish. Look at that lovely beading. How's the magazine going? Have you got it yet? I'd like to know your thoughts. You know, what did you think of the pictures? Emma, the lady that did it, she did a fantastic job. The pictures were dead cool. She's getting, what's the correct word? I think it's called editorial release, is it? So I can have my pictures, and then I can have the full. Obviously, the magazine comes first. You know, they've paid for all the images, but once it's released, then I can get the images onto a disc, and then from there I can make some really nice posh copies, or posters, or, you know, whatever I want to do with them. But it just gives me a bit of scope to do stuff with the pictures. So I might get I might pick, because there are a few nice ones which I really liked on the day. She did some really good shots, and I might get one on a wall right up here, you know, kind of do something a bit artsy. It'd be quite nice. What do you think? But yeah, let me know what you thought of the magazine, if you've got it yet, if you've read it. I'd be interested to know what you think. So we uploaded a video this morning. Hopefully you've seen that, with the bits and bobs we did from the other day. You off, cat? See you later. The bits that we've done this week, kind of thing. I've been thinking more and more about the Fiesta and trying to fathom, you know, all of the tricks and tips that I know of. You know, I'm starting to wonder whether I could have a bad alternator. It could not be me at all. It could be actually the car. I'm gonna have to do a bit more research into it, but yeah, it's kind of just doing my Sweden a little bit, because I can't really understand why. It's either the stereo or the alternator. I know that the job is fitted properly, but I'm going to have him back in on Thursday. We've got the car rebooked, and I'm going to strip it, take it all apart. You know, it's nothing worse than trying to work on top of something where you're really confused. And, you know, yeah, it was a late night when we did the job, but that doesn't make a difference. You know, the quality is still the same. Everything is still T's are crossed, I's are dotted. You know, everything is the same with installs. Every install, it doesn't matter what car it is, we follow the same procedure. I follow the same procedure every time. So yeah, it's kind of a bit frustrating, really. I need to figure out what it is and fix it, because I don't like it when we got problems with customers' cars. It's not good. But it could be, yeah, so it could completely be out of my control. It could turn out to be suppression on the alternator gone. It could be a faulty stereo. Obviously I'll speak to Mike at Pioneer. We can get that looked at. That's not a problem. I know the guys will, you know, do whatever needs to be done. But that's it for today, guys. I think I'm gonna love you and leave you. I say I'm packing up off home. It's been a long day, but I've got a lot done on the chase, so I'm really happy with that. Hope you like it. But we will talk some more throughout the week. Go and see the kiddies. Gorgeous. I can't wait to hear the stereo again. I really miss that. I like my music. I really do like my music, and having a nice stereo system is kind of one of my little luxuries, my little joys. But the van in tomorrow, the thing behind me, we're doing a split charge system on it, leisure battery, a really high powered 12 volt inverter, 4,000 watts, so we can run tools and charge tools on site. So that'll be in tomorrow. We'll get that done. As for the rest of it, I'm going to skedaddle off home, so I will speak to you tomorrow. Stabbed myself with a table. And we will talk again. Thanks for watching. See you soon, guys. All the best.